all my beautiful Aries. I hope you've been looking after yourselves. Welcome to this, your June 2025 guidance from Spirit. Gee whiz, June already. Isn't it amazing? Halfway through the year. We're going to have a look at your overall energy. We shall also ask Spirit for some guidance when it comes to your relationships, your connections with others. Doesn't have to be love, can be whatever's going on. We all have friendships and relationships, don't we? And of course, we'll also have a little look at your finances and career for the month as well. So let's get going, Aries. The first thing I always do, for those of you who follow me regularly, you know that I always ask for a mystery card, and this is the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. I ask for one card, and we look at it at the end of the reading. And so it's just an additional guidance for you, Aries, for this month. And so we pop it to one side, we don't have a look, and we'll see what comes out at the end of that time together. Now, let's have a look. We're going to ask Spirit, what is it that you'd like to say to our beautiful Aries? This is for June 2025. What is it they need to know? What is it they need to take into consideration? What's important for them for this month, June 2025? And we thank you for your guidance. And so the overall energy is time for release. That's okay. That's good. Time for release. Time to let go of things. We're still letting go, aren't we? We're still releasing from the eclipses that we've been through. Yeah, we've got a new moon now that's around at this initial time that I'm doing this reading, actually, new moon. So lots and lots and lots of changes on our beautiful planet, that's for sure. And so let's have a look. So the main energy of the week is actually a major arcana, Aries. So this is telling us that this is an end of a phase. It's an end of a situation. Also, maybe we need to take into consideration what is it we do need to let go of. What is it we have to bring to an end? It is time for us to move on. So this maybe Aries this month is a time when you can move on. Maybe this is a time when you decide to make some changes. And this can be moving on in all areas too. Some of you may be moving on from a difficult job. Some of you may be moving to another state or country. This is a very, very positive message when it comes to making change. Sometimes we just have to realize if we want some change, if we want things to start going really well, then maybe we're in a situation where we may need to move on, move away, move forward, whatever. It's time to also time to put yourself first. And this is number 13. Now, number 13 goes down into a 4, and that's all about your foundation in life. It's about you building on building in your life. You're building around you, putting that foundation in your career, your life itself. And also, this is very much talking about feeling boxed in. So 4 is also can be boxed in. If you are feeling a little bit boxed in at the moment, you just feel that that things are a little bit out of control, or you just feel that you're a bit caged, then maybe it's time now, Aries, for you to start to make some movement towards bringing that to a closure. We have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is not getting into any negative, not allowing ourselves this month, Aries. We don't want to get into any negative battles here with people, especially when it comes to our career, when it comes to family. So wands represent our work, may also represent our family at times, our associates, sometimes our chosen family. So this is not a time where we should be getting into arguments. However, the Seven of Wands is also about standing up for ourselves and defending our beliefs. And in the original tarot, he's there. He's actually on the top of the mountain, on the mole on a mound, and everybody's below him, and he's actually got on that mound. He's got there because he has defended his beliefs and because he has stood his ground, and he hasn't allowed anybody to put him down. And that is something that's important for us this month, Aries. As you know, I call myself you, I say us and we when I'm doing your reading. So this month, you stick to your guns. Whatever you decide when it comes to moving on, stand your ground and make sure that you do choose your battles wisely too. If there is anything that you need to discuss, if there's anything that you need to put forward or you need to fight for, then you do that. You do that. My guide is also saying to you not to waste your time on people when you know you're talking to a brick wall. So he's asking you not to waste your energy in battles that you know that you can't win. And that means that some people are just too difficult to handle. So sometimes we're best just to say, you know what, it's not worth my energy. Spirits ask you not to waste your energy with the wrong kind of situations this month as well, Aries. So we have the Two of Cups. Now, this is very often the Two of Cups can be, cups as we know as our emotions, can be a decision, can be love, it can be a partnership, two people, and it can be very successful. It can be a very successful partnership as well. It's about forgiveness, it's about cooperation, working things out. Sometimes, not always, Aries, but some of you, there could be a situation where, because we do have this Two of Cups here, for some of you, this could be a situation where you're moving on from a relationship. And it doesn't have to be a love relationship. We're just going to say relationship here, because whatever's going on in your life, you know. We have the two people here. We do have a little bit of difficulty going on. We do have this little bit of a battle going on. That can sometimes be an internal battle. If you are thinking of closing off a relationship, it can be an internal battle that's going on within you. But for some of you, maybe you've got to that conclusion now where you're realizing maybe you do need to move on. The Two of Cups is also about making a decision, and also it can be about two people cooperating and making a decision together. And this is also, deciding very positively together to move in together, to build a business together, and whatever. And the release card next to that, which is the major arcana, is saying that maybe it's time to do that. Maybe it's time to end a certain phase of your life and move on into a much more positive one. We have the Nine of Cups. So this is all about all of your wishes coming true. This is about this is all about your concerns fading away. The Nine of Cups. And we've got the Two of Cups. This could very much be a relationship. Could be very much everything you're wishing for and hoping for finally coming into fruition. If it's not your love life, if you're quite happy where you are with somebody, or you're just happy the way you are, then this is all about all of your wishes coming true. If you want your wishes to come true, maybe you need to make some changes. Maybe you need to move on, go, and end a certain phase or a situation. And so you could very well, some of you could be going into a new job. It's possible you've made this decision. It hasn't been an easy one, been a little bit emotional, but now you realize it's time for you to move forth. And you put in for you put your resume in, so on, look for a new job. And then look at this, your wishes come true. So stay positive, stay in a good, positive state of mind. And it's very possible that everything you're hoping for, wishing for, will actually come into fruition. And this could be, Spirit is saying that this could be the next 4 to 6 weeks for some of you. It could be a 4 to 6 week period, because we can't put all of you in the same bucket, so to speak. Some of you are going to experience some of these things now. Some of you could experience some of these things in the next 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and my guide is saying even to the next 6 weeks. So there's a very positive movement here, very positive alignments going on, very positive situations changing in a good way. Now we have the King of Pentacles. Again, he's a very confident king. He's very, very professional. Very practical but responsible. This is about an offer, maybe a successful. This could be an offer coming in here because we are. It could be opportunities. This is a very opportunist, optimistic, an optimistic energy too. So at this initial stage, the King of Pentacles, he has the Midas touch. He really is. Usually, he's a king that's very switched on. He's very powerful in himself. He's very confident. He knows what he's doing. He's also a generous person. So he can be a wonderful, generous, kind, uh, a boss, a father, okay, it doesn't have to be a male, but this could be for a female too. But this is the energy but it's also someone here in your life, Aries. There's somebody here. We have to acknowledge the fact that this is one of the court cards. He is a king, and he has come up, and this is saying to you that there's big possibilities to step into that energy of the King of Pentacles, which is a successful time, being confident, looking for opportunities and grasping them. Okay. And knowing that right now, Aries, you seem to have the Midas touch here. This month could be very much where you can make some very big changes for yourself and also others around you, especially when it comes to your career, what you do for a living. Um, if I'm getting this feeling that some of you watching this today, you may have a YouTube channel. You could be working on doing some work there, and there's this feeling of maybe there's a need to make some changes, uh, transformations, creativity, stepping into doing things a little bit differently, and realizing that there are some big opportunities around you that you need to grasp with both hands. So don't let any opportunities slip through your fingers this month, Aries. If you see an opportunity to free yourself from something, if you see an opportunity to move on and up, then jump on the bandwagon. That's how Spirit is saying, jump on and go for that ride, take that ride, because you do have that something this month, Aries. There's something around you that people are going to acknowledge and see in you. So shine your light, okay? Now let's have a look and see what else. We just want a bit of confirmation, please. This is for our beautiful Aries. So it's just three, please, just to add to this. Thank you so much. Just three to add to what you've already given us for our beautiful Aries. So we'll just ask for three. And we have moving on. Moving on to there we are. And there's the confirmation of the three that Spirit's already given you. So we have the moving on. This one here. Now, whenever anybody looks at this card, they think it looks a bit forlorn, but this is actually saying there's something that hasn't worked. There's something that's maybe gone stale. Something that you realize that you don't want to waste your time on it. It's no point. You've done the best you can, and now it is time to move forward. And that's not always easy. It's not always an easy time, but this is a time to do that. You've got the major arcana, time to move on, time to walk away from a situation that no longer serves you, because look, you've got the Ace of Cups. And so again, this is an opportunity coming your way. This could also be an offer. We did have an offer here too. We have an offer of opportunities coming up for you. So this is again a situation that's confirming that there's something happening this month around you, Aries. There's some sort of an offer of some kind that's coming up. And what Spirit is saying is that to take up that offer, you may have to walk away from something. For some of you, this could be walking away from a situation, a friendship, or any form of relationship that is just no longer working. And you could actually be moving towards another type of situation where you are going to be a lot happier. So it's possible that that you may have to move away from one situation into another. because you know that that other one is going to be happier. You're going to be a lot happier. We do have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is all about making sure that we do not get involved in battles. It's not a nice card, but it is also saying to us, Aries, that it's important to negotiate and to um, stay positive in in moving on and changing things in a positive way. When we look at this card, is what it's saying to us is that when we do things for ourselves that are important, we have to also do them in a way where uh, we try very hard not to hurt others in the process. And so, if there's anything you need to do this month where you need to walk away from something, you need to maybe free yourself of a situation, there are certain ways of doing things, and Spirit is asking you to be as kind as possible and to do things in a loving way. Okay, do things in a very loving way. But there's opportunities here coming up for you to make these changes for the betterment of your health as well. So we're going to ask Spirit now to for some guidance on relationships. We've got a little bit of information here that is just about you, maybe making a decision of some kind. But we've also got some good stuff around your emotions as well. So let's have a look and see. I'd like to ask, Play, that this is all about the friendships and relationships for Aries at the moment, please. What do they need to hear? Friendships, relationships, the people that they interact with. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. So the very first thing I want to say to you, Aries, is this. This is a very special month. We have a very special month here. There's no doubt about it. So the very first thing that Spirit wants to talk to you about is the fact that you could very possibly, with the Nine of Wands, it's very possible you could be in a situation at work, with your career, with your business. The Wands is how we make our money. It is family as well, but this is a situation now where you have actually come out of it a little bit battered and bruised, but you're still standing. And so this is saying to you that we understand you've been through a bit of a battle in more ways than one, but you are still standing. And that's the thing. And this fella here, he's standing his ground. He's got his wand. He's been through a bit of pain. Yes, he's been through a bit of emotional pain, physical pain, even maybe. But he's done it. He's got there. He's a survivor. And this is very much about telling you and explaining to you that this is a month where we understand what you've been going through. This is something you've been experiencing, but this month, this is where things are going to change. The High Priestess is the keeper of secrets, isn't she? The High Priestess is very, very intuitive. So trust and have faith in your intuition. Have faith in what it is you want to create and what it is you really want to move on to as well, Aries. The High Priestess is very knowledgeable. She has all the knowledge. She's studied. She's done a lot of, some of you could be studying. She's done a lot of, uh, she has a lot of wisdom. She's learnt a lot of um, things about life in general, especially the esoteric world as well. She is a keeper of secrets. And so, look, Aries, some of you, not all of you, but some of you may discover some secrets this month. Some things could come out of the woodwork. It's possible. It's also possible that you may be contemplating time, this moving on, this situation, this opportunity here, and you've decided to keep it close to your chest, keep it to yourself for the time being. If you feel you need to do that till you've got it all organised and it's going ahead full steam, then that's a good idea. So if there's anything you feel you need to keep to yourself at the moment, then please do. If you just trust your intuition, because we do have the Eight of Swords, and again we've got this situation. The swords are our mindset, what we're thinking about, whether or not we're allowing ourselves to get step into that state of fear or uncertainty. And what Spirit is saying to you is that there is nothing for you to be afraid of, because you have the Ten of Cups, you have the Sun, and you have the Fool taking the leap of faith. And so this situation around you now with this High Priestess, whatever's going on with that, with secrets or your intuition or things going on in the background, whatever's going around, try very hard not to allow it to affect you in a negative. Because this could be somebody keeping things from you, and then it comes out. Or this is you feeling there's something going on, there's some sort of secrets going on, and it's sort of getting you to a stage where it's upsetting you on an emotional level. And so Spirit is saying, try very hard not to allow that to come into fruition, because you do have a wonderful outcome at the end of June, Aries. This is a really brilliant outcome to the month. We do have this taking this leap of faith. And this guy, he's no fool. They call him the fool. And the reason they call him the fool is because they say, well, he's not looking into things. He's just jumping into it without looking. And I don't feel you're going to do that. Once you have looked into something, once you have just realized that, no, I'm going to do this, I'm definitely going to go for this, then you do it. Because this is a very positive message about not being afraid to take a risk. Sometimes we have to take a risk. And when that message is sitting next to the sun, it is saying to take the risk. And look at the outcome. This month, look, you've got the 10 of Cups. This is about feeling really happy with yourself. This is emotionally happy. This is things turning out in a wonderful way. This can be a love. It can be love. You could be talking to someone, and you may have met somebody, because we have the Ace of Cups. This could be a new friendship or a new love relationship, for that matter, that's come up this month, maybe at the beginning of the month. And they've told you everything about themselves. They've confided in you. They've allowed you to know what they've been through. They've released all those pains and those secrets. And now, this relationship now is moving forward to something that's really, really special. And so this is a good message when it comes to love for some of you. For others, try not to allow other people to get into your head. Try very hard to walk away from any situations where you feel that you are entrapped in any way at all. This is, we are looking at you already accomplishing this month. This month, there is a great sense of finally getting past this difficult stage where you're now going to move on, move forward. You're not going to be, feeling trapped anymore. And you're going to, this opportunity that's coming up, you're going to take that leap of faith, and it's going to lead to something absolutely magical. And of course, this is not just for June. This is now you moving on in it for a much better future, much better future. So don't be scared. Don't be scared, Aries, to take your life in your hands and take this leap of faith. Don't be scared to speak your truth. Don't trust your intuition. The High Priestess is trusting your intuition. Now, I'm just going to finish off now. I'd like to ask Spirit, what about finances for our beautiful Aries? What about their career? What about finance? Can you give us any information on that, please? So this is a January, February card. Some of you are going to be, um, some of you are going to be doing really, really well when it comes to your career or your finances. Now, it's interesting because we were talking career and finance, and I've got the relationship card and the need to stand your ground on that. And that seems to have something to do with the finances that are with you at the moment, with your partner or loved one or kids or whatever. So, what we've got here now, when it comes to uh, your finances and your career, Aries, there is going to be some sort of celebration uh, around you, but you have got to stand your ground when it comes to the money side of things. Okay, so there's also a message here about you taking your time on something, not rushing in. Be positive, yes, be positive, but still take your time, especially when it comes to any form of investments or your wealth or your prosperity. I see that some of you are going through a little bit of a challenge here. Some of you go through a few challenges when it comes to your finances at the moment. You are being very positive. You are trying to stay positive. You're trying to make positive choices and things like that. But Spirit is asking you to hit all those fears on the head, because if we have fear around things, it can block things. Some of you may need to stand your ground with your partner when it comes to your finances. There is definitely going to be some change coming, some very positive change. Very, very positive change on the way. There's no doubt about that. And this could also be you needing to make some change. Okay. Now we've also got some big opportunities coming up around you now. Oh, okay. So I'll go through this now for you, Aries. We've got a lovely lot of messages here for you when it comes to your career and your finances. Okay, so we have the making positive change. This is about making very positive change and detoxing ourselves from a situation that we need to. So if you're in a job or a career or anywhere at all where you need to detox yourself from the people, maybe this could be a time for you to start to think about moving forth. So we have there's a females here sitting here. We do have career changes. And so it's very possible that in your life at the moment, Aries, you could get an opportunity come through a female. It doesn't matter whether you're a male or a female, but there is a female here, and she's very much a businesswoman, like the Queen of Swords energy. So this is someone who's very switched on, very businesslike, very professional. We do have the home, so you could be working from home or getting an opportunity to work from home. And here are the opportunities. Now, Aries, this is a long-term opportunity card. This is the only card in this Oracle deck actually that's a long period. It's a 2-year card. So there's some big opportunities coming your way when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, and big change, moving on and making some very positive change. From today right through to the next couple of years, there'll be more than one opportunity. This is a kind of various opportunities. It can also be you maybe thinking of going into your own business. You may also be thinking of going into business with somebody, or maybe a friend or family member or whatever might help you to find a new business, or you may even be working from home. The thing is this, we've got a double up now. All at 9 of water, and the wishes card is the same. All of your wishes coming true. So this month is a chance for you to make some big changes, Aries. So bring all those wishes to come true. And look at the good luck, good 4-leaf clover here. So this is the Sun card. And this is saying to you that there's some huge opportunities, but to get there, to make this new beginning, this fresh start, what you need to do is you need to move on. You have to release yourself, make a clean sweep of it. There's something here. When we're talking about your career, we're talking about your finances. You might need to make a clean sweep of things. Okay, you might need to get rid of what's not working. You might need to get out of a situation that's not working. Okay, if you are a person who has you're in a relationship where you know, like you're doing all the work, and you know he's sitting at home doing nothing, hypothetical, and you're paying all the bills, and you might think, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm going to stand my ground here. Hey, buddy, you can go out and get a job, you know, otherwise I'm going to move on. It could be that situation too, Aries. It's very, very possible. So this is a month where it's important to realize that you have got a chance, a big chance to make some big changes in your career, some very big changes. And you have got to stand your ground when it comes to your finances. And look, hit this fear on the head. Please don't allow fear to hold you back, because here is causing some obstacles, delays, and so on. And there are some delays going on around you. You're trying to stand your ground, but I just feel there are some challenges around you. And that could be this friendship or this relationship. And you really have got to stick to your guns here, Aries. You've got to put your foot down here with someone, or with a situation, okay? And there is this very positive message here around your career. We do have the home card there, so it's possible you could get an opportunity to work from home. That opportunity could come up, but when we've got the wishes come true and the good luck, good fortune card, and you're being told to make a clean sweep of things, what Spirit is saying is if you want all this good stuff to come in, you have to take action. And whatever you need, or whoever, whatever you need to sweep out of your life, you sweep it out and take this leap of faith. Don't be scared to jump in, take that leap of faith, and start something really magical in your life, in all areas of your life, Aries. Good, good, good reading for you. Very good. And some of you might be going into something where you need to check the fine print. If you do, make sure you look, you know, if you're thinking of studying something, you want to study something so you can take yourself up the next level, make sure you check the fine print. It's best time if you're thinking of studying. Yeah, good. You've got to be very successful. You've got to be safe and you're secure. And over the next 3 to 5 months, there's going to be some wonderful changes for you, Aries. Some really wonderful changes. Okay. Some of you may need to have a little bit of time out before those changes come in. So if you decide to leave a job, you've got a couple of weeks up your sleeve, have a nice break, have a bit of time out, and then you can step into this new career of yours head first, can't you? So what have we got for our beautiful Aries from the angels, gods, and goddesses? So the god of reflection. This is a lovely message because it talks about how you look at yourself. And we all look at ourselves sometimes. Sometimes we need to look at ourselves a little bit differently, let's put it that way. So, this is the God of reflection, a message, and this is what it's saying to us, Aries. It's saying this: the qualities you see in others are simply your own reflection. Okay? You are giving away your power because you fail to recognize and acknowledge the many wondrous qualities that you possess. The qualities you admire in others are simply reflections of the same qualities that are within you. Yes, yet often you falsely believe that others are better than you in some way. It is now time to let go of that belief, Aries, and knowing that beauty, talent, and creativity to shine, allow your beauty, talent, and creativity to shine through. From now on, every time you see beauty in another, let it serve to remind you of your own beauty. If you recognize success in another, check to see how success also exists within you, and so on. As your perceptions are brought into balance, you become a more effective force in the world and have more impact on those around you. By acknowledging all the beautiful qualities that you already possess, you open the door to an endless stream of abundance and blessings which stem from the heart of creation. It's a beautiful message. I feel that many of us we do make that mistake sometimes of comparing ourselves to others, thinking that we can't be like them. Well, the thing is, we don't want to be like them. We want to be ourselves, but we can still do what they're doing, but do it our way. And that's something I feel that what Spirit is trying to say to you is that you need to do it your way. This creativity, these opportunities that are coming up for you, Aries, this is an opportunity now for you to shine. This is an opportunity for you to show people what you're capable of. Okay, shine your light. So I hope I've helped you today, everybody. As you know, my name is Linda. I am from Australia. I love to hear from you. So if you would like to give us a like to start with, it helps the channel. If you'd like to comment, let us know. We will always respond to you. I check my comments every morning. And if you'd like to subscribe so that you get regular videos, that all the different ones we do during the month, then please do that. It would be wonderful. It does help. And I know that many of you probably have got a lot of channels that you do subscribe to. And so one more wouldn't hurt, would it? I hope we've helped you today, Aries. Please look after yourself, and we really do look forward to catching up with you again very soon. Bye bye for now.